The big question on many a Star Wars gamer's mind is, will there be a third Star Wars Battlefront, as we've heard absolutely sod all from EA about that for, well, actually no, they've never mentioned a Star Wars Battlefront 3, and Star Wars Battlefront franchises have never made it to number 3. The original two, back on the PlayStation 2, PC, and Xbox original, were just 1 and 2. There was never a third. The 2015 Star Wars rebooted Battlefront that came out was not the third one, that was a new number 1, and then we had Star Wars Battlefront 2, and EA dropped the bollock completely by having that stupid pay-as-you-win model of a progression system. But, of course, they sorted it all out, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 came back with a vengeance in a brilliant way and became one of the most fun FPSs out there. And then they ceased all like updates for it and DLC, which is surprising because the game was doing really well. And then, of course, the game was made free for a little bit on PC, and the servers crashed with how many people were playing it, which must show EA that people want Star Wars Battlefront games. Good ones, of course, not just any old crap, but they want them. And if they know that, then make a third one, or just start up support again for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Is that so difficult to understand? Now, of course, this gameplay footage is of Star Wars Battlefront 1, the 2015 version, which is still really awesome and still has a pretty dedicated player base on the PlayStation 4. So, you know, if you ever see it on offer with all of its DLC, definitely go for it. Don't count on being able to play on the DLC a lot, because it's mainly just Walker Assault, which isn't a bad thing. Walker Assault is still pretty awesome, and Star Wars is Star Wars, you know, pew pew is still pew pew. But what I wanted to talk about in this video was, do I think there will be a Star Wars Battlefront 3? And I want a Star Wars Battlefront 3. I want them to bring back Galactic Conquest for single player, and I want so I don't want them to bother with any kind of single player story nonsense. Don't do that. Just pick your side, pick your era of war, whether that be the Clone Wars, you know, the Rebellion versus the Empire, or the you know, the Resistance fighting the First Order. If that's your thing, it's not my thing, but if that's your thing, go for it. And then just have it where it's a power struggle, where you've got to do space battles and planetary battles to regain ground and territory, and that would be awesome. And hopefully they bring that back if they do another one. And if they do another one, don't give no bollocks and bullcrap. Flood the game with characters, leave out a few that you'd want to release for DLC later on if that's what they want to do to squeeze extra money out of the fans, but just give the people what they want. Give them a really good Star Wars game, and you know, you'll be rewarded. It's not that difficult. Don't go into it thinking, how much money can we make? Go into it thinking, how can we make Star Wars fans want to buy this game? That is the question they need to be asking. How can we get people to buy this game because they want to? And it's, I mean, I've never developed a game in my life. I don't work in that area of employment, but it just seems like common sense, doesn't it? But do I think there will be a Battlefront 3? No. I will be pleasantly surprised if in a couple of years' time there is one announced. But I personally can't see a Star Wars Battlefront 3 coming out. Maybe something new that's not called Battlefront. But I think EA and DICE are gonna see how they get on with Battlefront 2042, which does look amazing, and I'll have a video coming out about that as well. But yeah, I personally cannot see us getting a Star Wars Battlefront 3. Especially within the next few years. I think it's going to be rebooted again under a new name, and it will be slightly different. But then if they come out and say Star Wars Battlefront 3 is coming out in 2022, 23, I doubt it's going to have a 2022 release date, but if they say 2023, when all the new Star Wars films start coming out, and they say, yeah, we're gonna this new Battlefront 3, then I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Hopefully it's done right, and I'll give it a fair crack. But I'm not putting all my chips into that basket, and if you've been trolling the internet to see if you can find out any morsels whatsoever about Star Wars Battlefront 3, there's nothing. The only good news coming out about the Star Wars gaming license is that EA is not the sole publisher that can publish the games anymore. So now there's going to, hopefully with over the next few years, we're going to be given loads of different styles of Star Wars games. I believe there's an open world one in development by Ubisoft. I think that's right. I'm not 100% sure. I'll do a bit more research and maybe make some videos about that some other time. But yeah, we'll be getting a load of Star Wars games very, very soon. But a Star Wars Battlefront 3, I don't think is going to be one of them. But never say never. But please let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think there'll be a Star Wars Battlefront 3? Do you want a Star Wars Battlefront 3? And if so, what would you like to see in it? Like me, I just need Galactic Conquest to come back. That was an awesome game mode, and I don't know why they did away with it in the reboot. Well, actually, I do. They wanted to cut costs because they're cheap bastards. But thank you very much for watching the video. Please let me know in the comments again what you'd like to see in it, or if you don't want to, or if you don't care. Do you think there's going to be one anyway? And yeah, please consider subscribing for more gaming content, and like the video if you like it, or dislike it if you dislike it. But thank you very much, and until next time.